And just in advance, I hope I don't cry, but I just wanted to let you know I am still healing. Um, yeah, so again, thank you so much, and thank you for this opportunity. By the way, good afternoon. My name is, as you stated, Liz Jurado. I'm here in strong support of S 1347 and S 1291 enact relative to Workplace Psychological Safety Act. Because of trauma that I experienced in the workplace, that should never happen to anyone. And I'm sorry to everyone that has shared everything that they've been through. For years, I gave all to my company. I believed in, I loved them. I still do, but I'm very hurt. I was reliable, mission driven, deeply passionate about the work I did. Over time, I found myself in a toxic culture, one that tolerated bullying, gaslighting, retaliation, and discrimination, especially when it came from leadership. I reported emotional harm. I spoke about the mental toll. I asked for support. Instead, I was penalized, silenced, and eventually pushed out. The part that hurts the most is that everything I went through was in direct violation of the company's own employee handbook, the very document that is strictly enforced against employees but ignored when it comes to protecting them. Their policies prohibit bullying, but management was allowed to berate, intimidate, and isolate without consequence. Their policies prohibit retaliation, but the moment I requested ADA accommodations for my mental and physical health, I was written up, blocked from internal jobs, and later terminated, while still in the ADA interactive process. Their policies prohibit discrimination, but I was denied mentoring, which I was medically approved for indefinitely. And for the write-up, I was denied my bonus. I was denied internal mobility, and I was also lessened in my upcoming raise. September of 2024, I used my last sick day and 2 PTO days to recover from COVID. When I returned, I was written up. That write-up cost me, as I mentioned, my raise, my bonus, 90 days of internal mobility, all during a time when my workplace PTSD and brain fog were all at an all-time high. In March of 2025, I had stellar interviews for a role that I was more than qualified for. I was told that the interviews went well, yet I was still denied. A few weeks later, I was terminated. I now believe that decision had already been made. When I experienced what was not just poor leadership, it was systemic abuse, validated by silence, protected by HR, and hidden behind a handbook that only protects the people in power. I'm almost done. If these bills pass, they will begin to change that, because psychological safety is not a buzzword, it's a human right. And when leadership is allowed to violate the very standards they demand from their employees we do not have a company. We have a controlled environment where abuse thrives and the truth gets buried. I now live with workplace trauma that has affected my health, my peace, my livelihood. But I speak today not out of bitterness, but out of responsibility, because there are people still suffering in silence. And if we don't act now, that silence will keep costing lives, health, and humanity. I urge you to pass S 1347 and S 1291 and take a real stand against psychological safety in the workplace for all of us. Thank you.